Yes, exactly. And Seth Rogen
with
would
the
voice him.
right. And I'll tell you for what it's worth, I'm never taken out of the suspension of disbelief by looking at Howard. It's creepy and it's weird. It is, to me, one of the things that toes the line most closely of what do you call it? The uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Because it's creepy as hell, actually, but it's cool.
The eyes.
Because of the personality. Yeah. Right. The eyes.
The eyes don't really work. But, I kept looking at the duck going, is that bad? Is this duck terrible? And I never once said yes.
That's the thing. It's great.
I think it was just, I think, though, is what they had to build it. They started with one thing and ended up with the duck. Would they have been happier knowing that they should have started with an alternate design when they started designing the duck? Sure. Mm-hmm. But I do think, honestly, the problem's not for me about the duck here. It's more about the character of him and the tone, like bouncing all over the place. Yeah. So, hey, so how about this? Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will talk more Howard the Duck. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I have a surprise for you, Norbert.
Break it down.
All right, Norbert, Satan Slut, Morvan. Wonderful motorcycle gang, by the way. You're 1986 Norbert.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you're going to go over to a friend's house, and you are going to watch an all-day movie marathon at their house. 5 movies.
Okay.
This is probably 1987, because then all the movies will have been released on VHS by then.
Right.
But you get VHS to rent 5 VHS films from 1986 for a watch, like an all-day watch. Does that make sense?
All day we're watching movies, we're eating microwave popcorn, we're drinking Sunny D.
Exactly. And you get 5 movies that you can go watch.
Totally.
Now, I think what we can do here is we can have we'll put it up for a draft, but we don't have to worry about taking the same movie. So we can both have the same movie, because this is we're going, you know what I mean? If I said I'm taking this and you can't have this, your movie watching thing's not going to be as great. So
right, true.
All right, so I will. What's your first rental? Immediate rental.
Okay, it's 1986 films, and I'm watching movies in 1987.
Yes.
Short Circuit 1.
Yes.
Who's Johnny? She said, and smiled in a special way. There she goes. Woo!
Oh,
the bars.
Oh, so you...
bars in your mouth.
All right, so you just grabbed that. Oh, man. You know what?
Who is Johnny? I'm sorry.
Now, clearly I was too young to watch this movie, but knowing what I know now, I'm taking Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh.
Because I've loved that movie for as long as I've watched it. I've loved it.
This is fair. But Big Trouble in Little China, it was a thing, but it was not Short Circuit.
No.
I promise you. I was there. Short Circuit was massive.
Oh, so good.
It was massive at the time.
What's your next movie that you're taking?
My next movie? Wildcats.
Oh, yeah.
Wildcats. It's the sport of kings. Better than diamond rings. Football.
Oh, man. Oh, there's so many good ones here. This is hurting me.
Yeah.
Because you're going to lose. I got to go back and look at Young Mark, I guess. What did Young Mark love?
I'm not sure, but I'm going to tell you this. Wildcats, not only does it have what we all loved about 80s movies, just gratuitous Goldie Hawn nudity for no reason in this football movie. They just had to show her in the bathtub doing the Halle Berry nudity move from Swordfish. Yeah, Halle Berry was outside, and Goldie Hawn did the same thing in 86 for no reason.
Right.
But LL Cool J wrote the Wildcat song.
Really?
And it's the first pairing of Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
Whoa, I did not know that.
It's the first pairing, and it's their first movie.
Okay, now I need to watch that.
That movie's awesome. That movie's awesome.
I gotta say Karate Kid Part 2.
Oh,
because you're young. I love those movies.
That's fair. The glory of love.
Because
fight.
Young Mark sequels didn't really matter, right? They just sort of...
Right.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna take that one. All right.
Okay. Next, because I was really into this movie. Little shop, horror.
Yes.
Little shop, therapy shop, little shop, opera. Oh, and thanks to the glory of the internet, I found the ending that was from the theatrical play. Because
really?
the theatrical play did not end well. Don't feed the plants. They ended up taking over the world.
I mean,
And
That's what they do. They spawn and take over.
They actually shot that ending though, and that was not the theatrical ending. So on the DVD release, you can see the actual ending. Look out, here they come for you. And I was also in that play in high school.
Nice. Oh, I need a copy of that.
Brooklyn Technical High School, class of 95.
I'm taking Three Amigos because I watched that a lot as a kid.
Fair enough.
The sweater bit and the plethora. Oh man, and the silliness of like My Little Buttercup. Just
yes.
Oh my gosh.
A plethora. I don't think you know what that means. A plethora. All right. Ready? I'll hurt you if you stay. What movie is that?
The Fly.
Yeah, exactly. You see, that's how iconic that movie is. There you go. Oh
man.
Notice I didn't even use the title. The movie where Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis just, quite frankly, do the Humpty dance all over that apartment. Yeah.
Now, I'm taking a movie I wouldn't take now, but back then, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I watched that movie so much as a kid.
I don't think it holds up. I've tried to watch it recently, and I'm not into it.
When you're a kid, he's cool. When you're an adult, you hate him.
Exactly. Just a prick.
Yeah. Just a straight up prick. The worst.
Like, I would punch you about the face and neck, Ferris Bueller, constantly.
So you have Short Circuit, Wildcats, Little Shop of Horrors, The Fly. I have Big Trouble in Little China, Karate Kid Part 2, Three Amigos, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
And guess what my final movie is?
What? Aliens?
Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah, there it is. Aliens.
Yeah, you knew that.
You know what's funny? As soon as you said that, oh man, so you have a strong. I mean,
If I lose this, quite frankly, your audience is on mescaline.
Okay, so I'm done. I have no chance of winning.
I can't lose. I cannot lose, son.
So I have Rad. I have Police Academy 3 with the jet ski chase. And I loved Sweet Chuck as a kid. I loved Sweet Chuck and Zed.
Rad. Why didn't you pick Cobra, starring Sylvester Stallone and Brigitte Nielsen?
I'm talking about as a kid. Like back when Sweet Chuck did the kick and his shoe flew off into Zed's mouth. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Rad. It's called Rad.
What do you got against Rad?
Oh, because it's called Rad.
It's the bicycle movie with Sparks on the soundtrack.
No, son. I love you, but I can't co-sign this, man.
I did watch
Crujo.
Okay, I have Big Trouble in China, Karate Kid 2, Three Amigos, I mean, the Triple Lindy from Back to School.
Back to School's amazing.
I know I'm stretching this out, right? But I'm really trying. I've lost, so I'm just trying to pick something that, as a kid, I would just love watching. So you're young.
How about Robotech the movie, Raw Deal, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, I mean, oh man, I got to do One Crazy Summer because I was just a total Cusack kid.
Demi Moore, Bobcat.
Hey, I still got Bobcat on my team. I kind of want to get rid of Ferris Bueller's and take Police Academy 3. Can I do that?
I mean, please, because we both agree that if we were to meet Ferris Bueller in real life, we would just punch him about the neck and face until he stopped moving. You know, not until he was dead necessarily, but until he just submitted. You know,
that scene where that one woman's like, I'm gonna marry Ferris Bueller, and then he just starts hitting on the ladies when he's running home.
Yeah,
no good. All right, let's get back in. That was a long draft, but 86, man, that brought back memories of scouring the VHS section.
But this is the point, man. You know, these are every single movie that we've chosen. These are bizarre films for the time. You know, these movies, they were genre movies, sure, but they were redefining the genre. You know,
I love my
Short Circuit was like some kind of adorable Frankenstein movie. You know, and you realize that Johnny Five was made for war, but he was just not into it, man. Okay. And then you have America's Sweetheart at the time, Ali Sheedy, and Steve Guttenberg, who I will never understand why he's famous, but Steve Guttenberg holds it down with Ali Sheedy, and they're adorable, you know?
Because he's good.
Yeah.
Such a bad comment. He's good. I should have brought Blue Velvet.
Yeah, brother.
You know what I hate, Norbert? If you and I showed up to a party, and there were two different rooms with VCRs, and you showed everyone your movies, and I showed everyone my movies, I think you would get 78% of it.
I'm going to have to, and I'm sorry. It's only because I'm slightly older than you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
I love my picks. You have some humdingers, though.
Your picks are fair. The
Fly and Aliens is tough to finish with. I'm finishing with Police Academy 3 Back in Training with Zed and Sweet Chuck.
These are... No. Just no.
And Hightower holding a boat. And Michael Winslow in that movie takes a jet ski underwater, then uses his hand as a periscope. Yes. He also jumps over criminals' heads, goes an additional 6 feet over them, comes back down, lands, does nothing with the jump, just confuses people, then kicks somebody.
It's a terrible movie, man. I only watch, quite frankly, I watch Police Academy in a series when I do watch Police Academy. You know, I just watch like 1 through 6 and just go for it. But that is because on that day, I am drunk as shit. Like I am under the influence of something.
Oh man.
Okay. Like it's hard to be sober and watch Police Academy right now. It is. You know what? Why don't you switch Police Academy for Back to School, bro?
Not a chance. Stop trying to tell me what to pick. I got two Bobcat Goldthwait movies. That was my childhood. I love it.
Dude, you can't tell me that Back to School is not better than Police Academy.
All I think about is a triple Lindy and the little fart noises. That's it.
That movie's incredible.
If it had jet skis, I would add it.
Dude, Slobs versus Snobs.
You want to hear a great you want to hear a great Leah Thompson quote about Howard the Duck?
All right. We were talking about Howard the Duck. I'm sorry. This has been weird.
I had an amazing hairdo, and it was a nightmare. Right. I don't even know how I have hair on my head. 6 months of crimping. They'd spray it with Aquanet that would come off in white clumps. It was ridiculous. I remember saying, just get me a wig, and they were like, that's too expensive. How could it be too expensive to get me a wig? Recently, the hairdresser from Howard worked on my TV show, Switched at Birth, and I literally had a physical reaction. My hair got scared. I'm happy with my performance. I worked my butt off, and I sold a lot of absolutely impossible things. That was our job. I sold that duck. I was in love with that duck, which is nearly impossible to act. I've never been ashamed of my work in that movie. That was some of the hardest work to do.
Look, prime Leah Thompson for a boy who's just realizing what sexual awakening means. She's just frolicking all over this bed in these pink panties, and it's just. Oh.
And you know, Ed Gale wasn't allowed to go to the screening of the movie. The guy,
of course not, man. The movie's filthy, man. He was like 12.
No, that was Jordan Prentice, the guy, Ed Gale, the older gentleman who was in there, because they didn't want. So, he's like, I realized what Gloria and Willard were aiming for. They wanted audiences to see Howard the Duck character, not Howard the Duck, the little person. So that he was not allowed to go to the screening because they didn't want to see him there.
That's messed up, son. That's messed up. You know what else I really loved about this movie, man? So, yeah, Jeffrey Jones. Please don't Google him, ladies and gentlemen. In this movie.
Speaking of Ferris Bueller and Ravenous and Tim Burton movies, he's been in so many good movies, and it's so not heartbreaking. It's just I don't want to talk about him.
Yeah, don't Google him.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't Google Jeffrey Jones. Anyway, in this movie, Jeffrey Jones, the physical performance, the voice, okay? Oh, my God.
I am the Dark Overlord.
I have no license. I am not Jack.
Yes.
Boom, and then he blows up 5 cars. That is, oh, my God.
And let me tell you something. During that chase scene, those cops were shooting willy-nilly at the flying, the plane. They almost shot Leah Thompson.
Stormtrooper Raid.
Yeah, but they man, they shouldn't have been firing though, Norbert. They shouldn't. Well, at least the plane.
In real life, police train to shoot center mass, and so they can do that all day. But the reality is, when the rubber meets the road, okay, cops don't actually solve a bunch of crimes. The solving rate is like between 20 and 30%. Some places 40. Like cops are not what you believe them to be because of the movies. There's a reason why Dragnet had the support of the LAPD, you know? Mm-hmm. They're boosting up their profile, man. So, yeah, when you say that these even actors who were playing cops, that's hilarious. They were being more like cops than they realized. It's funny.
No, you're right. I mean, but, oh, gosh. But I got to tell you, too, just going back to that voice, he sells that role. And I got to say, that final monster, the Dark Overlord monster,
it's brilliant. Ray Harryhausen stop motion composite, right?
Yeah, beautiful. Just a total stop motion composite. Look beautiful. Yeah. A lot of work. But what a great monster, man. It
was brilliant, man. It was brilliant, and it was gross because they zoom. There are some close-ups, yeah? Mm-hmm. And it's 2021, bro. So our TVs are sharper than TVs have ever been. And when you get to look close up, the eyes, when he throws out that tentacle from the hole in his hand, it looks moist. It is gross, man. Okay? And